mother is in the kitchen making dinner for her family when her daughter walks in. Mother? Where do babies come from? The mother thinks for a few seconds and says, well, dear, Mommy and Daddy fall in love and get married. One night they go into their bedroom. They kiss and hug and have sex. The daughter looks puzzled, so the mother continues, that means the daddy puts his penis in the mummy's vagina. That's how you get a baby, honey. The child seems to comprehend. Oh, see. But the other night when I came into your room, you had Daddy's penis in your mouth. What do you get when you do that? Jewelry, my dear. Jewelry. I asked a Chinese girl for a number. Shh. Sex, sex, sex. Sex, sex. Sex! Free sex tonight. I said, wow. Then her friend said she means 660. 3,629. Family's at the dinner table, the son asked the father. Dad, how many kinds of boobs are there? The father, surprised, answers, well, son, a woman goes through 3 phases. In her 20s, a woman's breasts are like melons, round and firm. In her 30s and 40s, they are like pears, still nice, hanging a bit. After 50, they are like onions. Oh, the son asks. Yes. You see them, and they make you cry. This infuriated his wife and daughter. The daughter asks, Mom, how many different kinds of willies are there? The mother smiles and says, well, dear, a man goes through 3 phases also. In his 20s, his willie is like an oak tree, mighty and hard. In his 30s and 40s, it's like a birch, flexible but reliable. After his 50s, it's like a Christmas tree. The daughter asks, yes, dead from the root up, and the balls are just for decoration. Teacher is teaching a class, and she sees that Johnny isn't paying attention. So she asks him, if there are 3 ducks sitting on a fence, and you shoot one, how many are left? Johnny says none. The teacher asks, why? Johnny says, because the shot scared them all off. Teacher says, no, 2. But I like how you're thinking, Johnny asks the teacher. If you see 3 women walking out of an ice cream parlor, one is licking her ice cream, one is licking her ice cream, one is sucking her ice cream, and one is biting her ice cream. Which one is married? The teacher says, the one sucking her ice cream. Johnny says, no, the one with the wedding ring. But I like how you're thinking. Reporter, excuse me, may I interview you? Man, yes, reporter. Name, man, Abdullah, Razum. Reporter, sex, man, 3 to 5 times a week. Reporter, no, I mean male or female. Man, yes, male, female. And reporter, holy cow, no times camel. Reporter, holy cow. Man, yes, cow, sheep. Animals in general, reporter. But isn't that hostile? Man, yes. Horse style, dog style, any style. Reporter, oh dear, man. No deer, man. No deer run too fast. Hard to catch. Why did I get divorced? Well, last week was my birthday. My wife didn't wish me a happy birthday. My parents forgot, and so did my kids. I went to work, and even my colleagues didn't wish me a happy birthday. As I entered my office, my secretary said, happy birthday, boss. I felt so special. She asked me out for lunch. After lunch, she invited me to her apartment. We went there and she said, do you mind if I go into the bedroom for a minute? Okay, I said. She came out 5 minutes later with a birthday cake. My wife, my parents, my kids, my friends, my colleagues all yelling, surprise. While I was waiting on the sofa, naked, on the sofa, naked. Kid 1, hey, I bet you're still a virgin. Kid 2, yeah, I was a virgin until last night. Kid 1, as if. Kid 1, as if. Kid 2, yeah, just ask your sister. Kid 1, I don't have a sister. Kid 1, I don't have a sister. Kid 2, you will in about 9 months. A little girl and boy are fighting about the differences between the sexes and which one is better. Finally, the boy drops his pants and says, here's something I have that you'll never have. The little girl is pretty upset by this since it is clearly true and runs home crying. I want later. She comes running back with a smile on her face. She drops her pants and says, my mommy says that with one of these, I can have as many of those as I want. A boy says to a girl, so, sex at my place. Yeah, okay, but I sleep in a bunk bed with my younger brother, and he thinks we're making sandwiches, so we have to have a code. Cheese means faster, and tomato means harder, okay? Later on, the girl is yelling, cheese, cheese, tomato, tomato. The younger brother says, stop making sandwiches. You're getting May all over my bed. After picking her son up from school one day, the mother asks him what he did at school. The kid replies, I had sex with my teacher. She gets so mad that when they get home, she orders him to go straight to his room. When the father returns home that evening, the mother angrily tells him the news of what their son had done. As the father hears the news, a huge grin spreads across his face. He walks to his son's room and asks him what happened at school. The son tells him, I had sex with my teacher. The father tells the boy that he is so proud of him and he is going to reward him with the bike he has been asking for. On the way to the store, the dad asks his son if he would like to ride his new bike home. His son responds, no thanks, Dad. My butt still hurts. A man and woman have been married for 30 years. And in those 30 years, they always left the lights off when having sex. He was embarrassed and scared that he couldn't please her, so he always used a big dildo on her. All these years, she had no clue. One day, she decided to reach over and flip the light switch on and saw that he was using a dildo. She said, I knew it, asshole. Explain the dildo, he said. Explain the kids. Mariah went home happy, telling her mother about how she earned $20 by climbing a tree. Her mom responded, Mariah, they just wanted to see your panties. Mariah, they just wanted to see your panties. Mariah replied, see, Mom, I was smart. I took them off. Sarah goes to school, and the teacher says, today we are going to learn multi-syllable words, class. Does anybody have an example of a multi-syllable word? Sarah waves her hand. Me, Ms. Rogers. Me. Ms. Rogers says, all right, Sarah, what is your multi-syllable word? Sarah, what is your multi-syllable word? Sarah says, mess. Shh. Mate. Miss Rogers smiles and says, wow, Sarah, that's a mouthful. Sarah says, no, Miss Rogers, you're thinking of a blowjob. A few months after his parents were divorced, little Johnny passed by his mom's bedroom and saw her rubbing her body and moaning, I need a man. I need a man. Over the next couple of months, he saw her doing this several times. One day, he came home from school and heard her moaning. When he peeked into her bedroom, he saw a man on top of her. Little Johnny ran into his room, took off his clothes, threw himself on his bed, started stroking himself and moaning, oh, I need a bike. I need a bike. I need a bike. I need a bike. At school, little Johnny's classmate tells him that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret. So it's very easy to blackmail them by saying, I know the whole truth. Little Johnny decides to go home and try it out. Johnny's mother greets him at home, and he tells her, I know the whole truth. His mother quickly hands him $20 and says, just don't tell your father. Quite pleased, the boy waits for his father to get home from work and greets him with, I know the whole truth. I know the whole truth. The father promptly hands him $40 and says, please don't say a word to your mother. Very pleased. The boy's on his way to school the next day when he sees the mailman at his front door. The boy greets him by saying, I know the whole truth. The mailman immediately drops the mail, opens his arms and says, then come give your daddy a great big hug.